This is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN.Network. And joining me right now is Shawn Wallace. He is the executive chairman of Torq Resources. It's a publicly traded company. I got two symbols for you: TORQ on the TSX Venture and TRBMF on the OTCQX. You can actually see Torq Resources as a participant at the upcoming Precious Metals Summit Beaver Creek and a hybrid event this year happening September 8th through the 11th. With that, Shawn, thank you for joining me today. How are you doing?
Very well, Robert. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you on. So we actually did an interview with Torq Resources a few years ago. I think I was looking at our records about 4 years ago. So I'm sure a lot has changed. So let's treat this like it's our first time having a chat together. So, love to get a quick overview and history of the company, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Sure. Torq is a member company, if you will, of a group of companies that my partner Ivan Bebic and I founded back in 2004. And since then, we've had a couple of notable successes that people might be aware of, which was the Keegan Resources, where we found a 5 million ounce gold deposit in Ghana. The company is now called Galiano Gold. It's gone through a couple of iterations, but bottom line, that project helped them build out about a $250,000 a year gold production. It's one of two ways that we exit things. We were responsible for the exploration portion of it, and then another group came in to do the development and the running of the mine. That's not our expertise. We're a discovery value add sort of focused group. So all of our expertise is in the identification and the discovery of substantial mineral projects. The other project or company rather that people may remember would be Keegan Resources, which got taken over about 2015 by Agnico Eagle for about $220 million, which was a modest deal if really in modern context. However, it happened at a time that was very, very beneficial to us in that not anyone else in our space was delivering wins at that time. It was sort of not a good time in the mining market overall. And sort of that gave us some wind at the back. And Torq was one of our quote unquote shell companies that was looking for a reason to be. And but we were able to finance it very well for a shell company. And that afforded us the ability to not sort of live and die by the tape, and to be able to take our time and sort of very carefully comb the planet for what we wanted to do at Torq without feeling sort of a pressure for capital and that sort of thing. So our team led by Mike Henriksen, who's also a familiar name to many, I'm sure. We looked at hundreds of projects, literally hundreds of projects, and we tried to go for some things, and as happens in these sort of scenarios, sometimes it's easy to find something, very difficult to get a deal done that's palatable and that we feel can be accretive for our stakeholders and shareholders going forward. So now we've landed in Chile. We decided we wanted to be in Chile, and for a number of reasons. One, because it has a sort of a long history of mining companies, both domestic and foreign, being able to operate successfully there. They have a tried and true sort of mineral law and system of mineral tenure and ownership. These are really fundamental, important things particularly when you're spending capital on these projects in the hopes of discovering something that you'll actually be able to do something with it, like transact it, permit it, all those sort of things. So Chile definitely checks that box, but most importantly, that it has the mineral endowment. The opportunities are there, the geological, the thing that we can't control, the science, the nature, whomever put things where they are on the earth put them there, and so Chile is certainly the land of major mining companies and major deposits. Some of the world's biggest and most accretive copper mines and projects are located there. So we came to this realization just a little bit prior to this pandemic happening or becoming a factor in sort of doing international business. So we were presented with another challenge. How are we going to operate and execute on this business plan and go after these assets we want to go after when we have to sit in Vancouver and not be allowed to get on planes and so forth? So we partnered with an amazing team of entrepreneurs and scientists in Chile, and they make up our Chilean business unit now. So it's a little bit of a departure from how we generally do things, but I have to say it's been working famously. And so far, we've managed to acquire two high quality assets, one of which we'll be drilling here imminently.
Very good. So what would you say makes this project based in Chile unique and different compared to some of your peers, or maybe some of the other exploration projects going on in Chile?
Well, unique and different. We weren't really going for unique and different. We were going for, like all the other ones there, major stores of metal. But what's unique and different is that we were actually able to acquire it. Is very anyone in the business will tell you Chile is a great place and it's coveted by many, but it's difficult to get to do a deal there and to get ownership because again it's been known for a long time and a lot of it's either owned by private or public companies. We sort of started chasing down the private avenue. What are the stories out there that we don't know about? So we don't have to go in and try and wrestle something from someone's hands that people know, and obviously that just means you pay more. Not that the deals are cheap. The Chilean entrepreneurs are very sophisticated and they know what the value of what they have is. I think with the pandemic, I'm not sure what it was. All of a sudden, some of these private groups that were holding on to assets for many years and were reticent to deal with them with foreigners or with anyone for that matter. They began to want to get into a conversation. Maybe we're all looking into mortality or whatever the case may be. People wanted to start to monetize things that perhaps they've been sitting on, and also many of them are held by more older entrepreneurs that are looking to set their legacies and so forth. In any event, for whatever reason, we began to see good deal flow, and that's what has got us the Margarita project and the Andrea project. And the Margarita project is the project that we will be drilling first because of its location. It's got 12-month a year access. The Andrea project, which we have, is a slightly higher elevation, and we're going to have to contend with winter conditions there, but it's still very prospective, and we're very excited about that one. We'll be going in earnest on that one in our winter, their summer.
Very good. So then, to wrap us up here, from what you can tell us, what would you say are the 1 to 2 things that investors should understand about the company for the rest of 2021 going into 2022?
Yeah, certainly. I think, all along we've been less aggressive on our marketing and trying to talk about our stock and so forth. That's going to change, and for a very good reason, because we're going to be putting money in the ground. And while philosophically as a management team, we always want to make sure most of the money goes in the ground, we also feel it's very important that we spend some money getting out there and telling the story so that if we do have success, our investors can benefit from it, because if people know about it, generally the equities and the values behave better than if they don't. It's pretty simple, really. But so this year is going to be very active. There's going to be lots of news flow. So we're not done buying in Chile, and we're just getting going with the drilling. So I'd say this is sort of the starting gun right now.
All right, Shawn, with that, where can our audience go and find more information to follow along the Torq Resources story?
Yeah, well, certainly they are invited to come talk to us during this conference coming up and the subsequent ones to come. But however, right this minute, you can go to our website at www.torqresources.com, and there should be all the information, all the publicly available information there, and plus some videos and so forth, and obviously all the contact information to phone into the office and talk to the folks at Torq. We're always there and always happy and excited to speak with potential existing investors.
Very good. Well, Shawn, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Good luck, stay safe, and I look forward to our next update.
Me too. Thank you very much. My pleasure.
Thank you. Again, my name is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN.Network, and we are a proud media sponsor for the upcoming Precious Metals Summit Beaver Creek, a hybrid event this year happening September 8th through the 11th. Torq Resources will be participating. Thank you all for watching.